Oh, that's darker than I anticipated. I will turn the light on. So, I was planning on filming myself doing my makeup today. Because, people like watching that stuff. It's fairly satisfying. I know I enjoy watching people just doing their eyebrows. It's like, they're not doing anything different to the way I do it, but just sitting there watching it, it's just genuinely satisfying. I think I really ought to watch some soap cutting videos at some point, because people have been telling me for over a year now that it's also one of those oddly satisfying things, but I haven't really put much time into looking into it, which is funny because I've actually got a bar of soap that I've been saving since last December, specifically to shoot a video of me cutting some soap, and I've got a couple of parody knives that I think will be fairly good for the job, but that's one of those many projects that I will eventually get around to. Yeah, so I was going to film myself doing my makeup today, but today's been fairly productive creative-wise already, and I've just wrapped up on writing a new piece that I'm going to be posting on my WordPress probably in the next few hours, which was fairly taxing to write as it covered a particularly difficult time in my life. But anyway, if you're interested in some of the adventures I've had, then I will put a link to my WordPress in the description below. But yeah, otherwise, also very, very PMSy right now, so my skin is probably very grateful for the decision not to put makeup on today. Had a surprise visit from the flat inspector today, which was nice because I hadn't showered and I was wearing a pair of someone else's pyjama bottoms and a fluffy jumper. Very sweaty, very gross looking. It was not fun. I actually had to kick my vibrator under the sofa as she walked through the living room door. It was very awkward. But it is what it is. Hopefully next time we'll get more warning. And also really, really hoping the fact that the spare bedroom is completely covered in sawdust, because my partner is building a lot of wooden stuff at the moment. It's really, really awesome. I'm hoping he's going to sort of open up his own Instagram at some point, because he really ought to get it out into the world, but I'm not going to pressure him to, and I'm not about to give you a tour of the things he's built, because that's not my place. What I am going to give you a tour of is this tiger. Hello! Want to say hello? This is Min. I spent an entire afternoon at a Netherton festival to win her off of a tombola. My mum ended up with a lot of presents for herself that day, and in the end it was getting towards the end of the fair and no one had won it, and I'd spent so much time. The woman behind the thing said, honestly, if you don't win it soon, I'm tempted to give it to you. That was the point where I pulled out the ticket with her number on. I'm also going to show you this chair. Now this chair has a fairly long history. It used to belong to one of our neighbours when I was living in the West Midlands, and they gave it to my dad sometime probably 2012, 2013? No, 2012 it would have been. Was it 2011? Honestly, yeah, 2011. Not that that really matters, because no. See, this is why people learn how to edit their videos, isn't it? So moments like that go quicker and it's less, See? Another moment I should edit out, but I'm not going to. But anyway, the chair. Yeah. So this chair moved into my dad's house, and then my oldest brother pretty much permanently moved into it immediately. There were some genuinely gory fights over the right to sit in this chair, none of which I won, and I got many, he had this habit of stabbing his fingernails into my cuticles. That always won a fight, because if anyone's ever done that to you, you will understand that is one of the most painful things in the world. Well, the joke was on him, because when my Swedish family moved to Sweden, they put it into storage for me. It was pretty much the only thing. Originally I told them to just scrap all my shit. I was 18 and pissed off at the world. Of course I didn't want my stuff. I'm glad they kept it though. And they put it into storage for me, and it was fairly early this year I got the opportunity to go back to the Midlands with a van, and my stepdad, my mum, one of my stepdad's work colleagues, and my boyfriend all helped to bring all my stuff back, and the chair came with. My brother was actually there briefly on the day, and I had the opportunity to sort of go, na 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 na, because after so many years of fighting, it's finally mine. Like, this is the true Game of Thrones to me. This is the Iron Throne. Although it's much more comfy. I really don't think the Iron Throne would have been comfy. I mean, it's made of fucking swords. Like, really? Who designed it? Not smart. I mean, you're royalty. You'd want something of comfort. So now I have this wonderful wing back that I can sit in with my tiger and feel properly proud. I earned this chair. I didn't. I just got very lucky. But still, I like to rub it in his face. Anyway, I'm really not doing anything of interest in this video today. It is literally just me rambling and apparently trembling an awful lot. This is probably not going to be fun for anyone to watch, if anyone does watch it. But, hello, and now, goodbye.